Hello and welcome to Peak Flicks. My name is Mr. Lepore, and I'll be working alongside you all throughout the summer on a variety of math skills. Each day we'll be working on a small fluency component, and right after that, we'll take a look at a variety of different topics throughout the fourth grade math curriculum that we think will be beneficial to you to sharpen up on in order to prepare for everything that's to come. In addition, we're going to make sure to remind you that every day you need to make sure that your top right circle in our reflex math program is fully green inside and out. All right, everybody, let's get to our fluency work today. We are looking at our eights times table. We're really climbing up there now. As usual, I'll give you guys about 1 to 2 seconds to go ahead and shout out the answer before me, and then I'll give the answer to each fact within our eights times table. 8 times 2 is 16. 9 times 8 is 72. 8 times 4 is 32. 10 times 8 is 80. 8 times 8 is 64. 6 times 8 is 48. 8 times 1 is, anybody? 8. 5 times 8 is 40. And 3 times 8 is 24. All right, good job there with your eights times tables today. Make sure, as always, you're logging in through your Clever account to your Reflex Math account and getting in all your fluency work for the day. Have a good one. Make sure you're tuning into our lesson coming up next. All right, guys, welcome back. And again, we are going to be using our CUBES acronym to go ahead and tackle some challenging multi-step word problems, again, involving multiplication. So let's take a look at our objectives quickly, and then we'll get to our lesson here. Students will be able to use multiplication, addition, or subtraction to solve multi-step word problems. Students will be able to use multiplication, addition, or subtraction to solve multi-step word problems by using their word problem strategies and best multiplication strategy. Okay, so we're looking at a combination of all three operations that we know very well: addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Okay, again, our CUBES acronym. We're going to circle the important number in labels. We're going to underline all the questions. We're going to box our operation clues. Those are our keywords. When we circle, underline, and box, we will be able to examine our question, and we will be able to find out what label will my answer have, what information do I have, and what information do I need. Once we take care of C, U, B, and take a second to think about E, we can then start to solve our problem, our last step, step by step. Let's take a look at this first problem together. All right, let's take a look here. Over the summer, Kate earned $180 each week for 7 weeks. Of that money, she spent $375 on a new computer and $137 on new clothes. How much money did she have left? All right, so first, let's start to circle some key numbers and labels. So Kate earned $180 each week for 7 weeks. Of that money, she spent $375 on a new computer and $137 on new clothes. How much money did she have left? Couple key words. All right, I see each week. I'm going to box that. Even though it's within my circle, I'm going to box it. Each week, when I see the word each, I know I have to multiply or divide. In this situation, Kate earned $180 each week for 7 weeks. So I'm going to multiply 180 times 7. That's so much easier than adding 180 7 different times. But of all this money, the total that we have to find that she earned, she spent $375 on a new computer and $137 on new clothes. So spent. When you spend money, do you have more or do you have less? You have less, right? So we're going to subtract here. Another keyword I see is how much money did she have left, meaning what is left over, right? So we could figure that out by subtracting. So now that I've circled all my numbers and labels, I underlined the question, and I boxed my operation clues or my keywords. Now I can go ahead and solve the problem. So my first step here is I'm going to multiply 180 times 7 because Kate earned $180 each week for 7 weeks. So I set this up using the area model. I only need 2 places here to represent 180 because the ones place does not have a value, so it does not need a box. So watch my zeros trick in effect here, and we got a little practice with our 8s times tables too. 7 times 100, I got 2 zeros. And 7 times 1 is 7, getting me 700, right? 7 times 80, I have 1 0. 7 times 8, if we could remember our facts from earlier, 56. If I add this up together, I get $1,260. Boom, boom, 1, 2, 3, comma. Now that I found out how much Kate earned, I could now start to answer the question of how much she had left. Remember, she spent $375 on a new computer, and we discussed how when you spend money, you have less money. So we have to subtract here. So let's go ahead and see how much money she had left after the computer. All right, I can't take 5 from 0, so I like to take it step by step and just go place by place. So I'm going to regroup here to create 10 ones. 10 ones minus 5 ones is 5 ones. I cannot take 7 tens from 5 tens. Again, I'm going to take it step by step until I get what I need. 15 tens minus 7 tens gets me 8 tens. I can't take 300s from 100. So again, I'm going to just continue to regroup, otherwise known as borrow, and every time I do that, I give 10 back to the other, to the place to its right. Okay, so that 1 turns into an 11. 11 minus 3 is 8. So Kate has $885 left after buying her computer, but she's not done. We have a third step here, and that third step is subtracting the $137 she bought in clothes. Okay, so I can't take 7 ones from 5 ones, so here I go again. My 8 turns into a 7, and my 5 now gets 10 brought over from my regrouping, and it's now 15. 15 ones minus 7 ones is 8 ones. All right, and 7 tens minus 3 tens, well, I could do that. That is 4 tens, and 800s minus 100s is 700s, meaning my answer is $748. So probably using this space over here in a complete sentence, I would write, Kate has $748 left. So we circled all of our numbers and labels. We underlined the question so we knew what to answer, and we went through and we boxed all our operation clues or our keywords to really set us up for success with step 1, 2, and 3. So this problem here combined our multiplication strategy with subtraction. There is another way you could have done this, but we focused with just subtracting. I think it's great practice for a skill that sometimes does get difficult, especially with constant regrouping. For the next problem, what I'd like you guys to do is pause the screen, okay, and give yourself as much time as you need to answer it. Whenever you're done with your work, hit the play button and we'll review it together. Okay, guys, let's take a look at this problem. Almost a full paragraph worth of text here. So let's take our time going through it, understand all of our steps and everything we need to do. All right. Sylvia weighed 8 pounds when she was born. By her first birthday, her weight had tripled. What number do you associate with the word tripled? By her second birthday, she had gained 12 more pounds. At that time, Sylvia's father weighed 5 times as much as she did. What was Sylvia and her dad's combined weight? All right, so let's review what I've done here on my own. So I've circled all of my numbers and labels. Sylvia weighed 8 pounds when she was born. First birthday, her weight had tripled. I then boxed the word tripled, right? What number do we associate with that word triple, right? 3. Okay, so if her weight had tripled, it went up 3 times that amount. By her second birthday, she had gained 12 more pounds. More, I boxed that in because that's a keyword or an operation clue associated with addition. At this point, at her second birthday, her father weighed 5 times as much as she did. So 5 times as much. I boxed that in because that's associated with multiplication. What was Sylvia and her dad's combined weight? The word and combined let me know that I'm going to be adding Sylvia's weight and her father's to get my answer. There's going to be a lot of steps here, and I need to be able to label my work and pay close attention. So, Sylvia was 8 pounds when she was born, and on her first birthday, her weight had tripled, so times 3. 8 times 3 for my first step gets me 24 pounds. Notice how I'm labeling it with LBS. That's the abbreviation for pounds. Okay, my second step now, I'm just going to follow this in order of how I circled it. Her second birthday, she gained 12 more pounds. So I know I have to add 12 more here. That gets me 36 pounds. Okay, and this is for, I'm going to label it Sylvia, so I know, right? At that time, Sylvia's father weighed 5 times as much as she did. So for my third step, Sylvia's father weighs 5 times as much as she did. She weighs 36 pounds. So 36 pounds times 5. I'm going to do the standard algorithm here for multiplication. So 5 times 6 is 30. 0. Regroup my 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 plus 3 is 18. So 180 pounds is what Sylvia's father weighs. Okay? So I did step 1, step 2, step 3, and wait, now I got to answer the question. What was Sylvia and her dad's combined weight? Well, I have Sylvia's weight at 36 and Sylvia's father at 180. So let's add these two up here. My fourth and my last step. 180 plus 36. Both of these are pounds. At a combined weight of 216 pounds. Sylvia and Sylvia's father. Okay, so I would go ahead and circle this up. Boom. And again, I would make sure my answer is in a complete sentence that states Sylvia and her father's combined weight is 216 pounds. Nice job there today. Again, boys and girls, a lot of great practice so far with this. We are sticking to our CUBES acronym. We're circling all our important numbers and labels. We're underlining the question, we're boxing our keywords or our operation clues, and that is setting us up for success to go through the problem and examine it and go step by step. Also, make sure that you're getting onto your Reflex Math account that you could log in through Clever every single day when we're done with our math work here. You'll know you're done when the top right corner of your screen shows that your circle is fully green. Enjoy.